Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And somebody sent me this article over. It's about Tony Rock. Tony Rock put Steve Harvey on blast. If you don't know who Tony Rock is, he's a comedian. He's Chris Rock's younger brother. And Tony claims that he used to smash Steve Harvey's wife. And, you know, he did a video where it's like he was just speaking the truth about some stuff that's been going on with Steve Harvey and a lot of stuff that Steve's been doing within the public eye. And a lot of it I agree with. And especially when it comes to relationships and being an advocate of relationships and writing books about relationships. Tony was saying that Steve is not qualified because he's on his third marriage. And I'm going to play the video. I'm going to let you listen to it. Let's see. Shit, the video don't play. I'm going to get this. I'm going to another clip. Maybe this one will play. Let's see. There we go. Is it gonna play? Come on.
The fuck pick Steve Harvey as the representative for all things black? Steve Harvey, let's keep this shit funky. Steve Harvey is on his third marriage. His third wife was Mistress to his second wife. Yet, black people have anointed this motherfucker the oracle when it comes to black dating. This nigga wrote a book on dating. You on your third wife, homie. With all respect, why can't we pick a nigga that know what he's talking about? Not D.L. Hughley, married for 25 years, same woman. Steve Harvey. And now he met with Trump. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Is Donald Trump going on Family Feud?
And I agree. Well, I think D.L. Hughley is a much better representation of talking about marriage because he's been with the same woman for 25 years. And as far as him meeting up with Trump, who gives a fuck? I agree with all that stuff. You know, I can't dispute that. But if you're on your third wife, I mean, goddamn, you couldn't get it right the second time? And you got to look at how he left his first wife and the second wife. You know, do your research. So you tell me what you think. You think Tony has a valid point? Or you think he's just bullshitting? Or what? You tell me. I want to know what's your perspective on people giving advice on relationships and dating or anything that haven't really had any success. And keep in mind, the woman that Steve Harvey's with, now, she's a type of woman, in my opinion, that you shouldn't marry. Because she was married she was mad. She was with a guy that was out in the streets, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So Steve was the side dude while she was with the guy. And the guy allegedly got locked up, and Steve got with her and got married. So, me personally, I would never get with a woman that was around those or that type, that I would say quality of people, or in certain environments. I don't think you should marry certain type of women if you're coming from a totally different environment, because I believe when it comes to relationships, it's how you start the relationships is going to determine longevity. But hey, that's just been my experience. That's what's worked for me. So you tell me what you think. Maybe your experience might be better. Maybe you might have a different opinion. So leave your comments and your questions below. And subscribe to my channel if you like what you heard. And check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.